What's going on, y'all? Gazer Beam 2K back here with another episode of the Gust podcast. This is season 2, episode 20, episode 20. Steuben missed a couple weeks. You know, we'll get into that a little bit later. How come? What is new with you though? What have I missed in 2 weeks, man?
Nothing really. I mean, I TO'd a league challenge on Saturday, so
Yeah, that's a big deal.
it's the first time in 3 years. I mean, it wasn't a big tournament. I mean, again, we're in a little tiny shop in Ohio in the middle of nowhere, so.
And then you have another one coming up this Thursday, don't you?
Yeah, I'm casting one somewhere else at a different store. So I used to go
in the
there,
zone, right?
Yeah, I used to go there and cast and stream their weeklies and their monthly tournaments. So it'll be cool to do it now with like championship points in the line and maybe get a little bit bigger crowd in the chat. Kind of cool.
And that'll be on your Twitch channel.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Thursday, I'll be there. Thursday usually my day to go play some basketball, get some hoops, but I'll be there. Quick side note: I played basketball this past Thursday. You know me, I'm a Christian. I love people. I love everyone. I have a loving heart.
Okay.
I found two guys I hate. They're twins, and I hate them. And I'm to the point like if something happened to them, I wouldn't be upset. Like if someone came by like, "Oh, Gazer, the twins got hit by a car," I just like, man, that's crazy. And I would just walk
you're
away,
just begging for blame Gazer at this point, right? Like,
but I mean, look, I'm playing basketball. We're playing.
These two people are gonna come up missing, and everybody listening to this pod, the first thing they're gonna think of is, "Damn it, blame Gazer."
We got to call Gazer for some questioning. It's got to be him. But no, we're playing basketball. We're hooping, and I ran into them a couple times in the past, and they talk a lot on the court. And like they're running their mouth, you know, and they can play. They're good. They're better than me, you know. But
most people are at most things, but that's beside the point.
Here we go. But no, when a couple people, you know, when we beat them, and you know, I'm like, oh man, you know, I thought that was a good game. Then do they want to shake my hand? So after that, became my enemy just based off of that.
I mean, I wouldn't want to shake your hand either, dude. Come on, where's that thing been?
Well, I'm not great at basketball. I can shoot. I'm pretty strong, so I can get a couple rebounds. I can post up, and I can run my mouth, and I get in people's heads. There's a basketball player named Patrick Beverly. He's not very good, but he talks and he plays defense, and he plays mind games with people, and that's me. And when I saw these guys were mentally weak, I just started talking. And they couldn't handle it, and we beat them.
Mentally weak. Oh my!
They're mentally weak.
No,
yes, they are.
That it's 2023.
They are mentally weak. But no, so I'm talking to them and they're talking back, and then I was about to fight dude, and dude's shorter than me, but he's stocky, he's built. But I'm like, shoot, let's fight, you know. And they tell me to go to the other court and tell him to stay away, and I'm like, I said no, he can talk, but I can't talk because they're on my court, and they get a layup, they're laughing about it. Here's a good pass, bro. He gets a steal, they're laughing and giggling. I'm like,
why do
bro,
they
you
laugh
guys are good?
like
yes.
Simpsons characters,
basically. Yeah, yes, Curly. And Jimbo, that's who it was. But
oh my god,
yeah. Side note, that was my Thursday. But my week, the rest of my week though was pretty good. We had a team cup, or we had a league cup. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. I did terrible. Went right on, horrible.
Okay.
So I threw the deck away, tossed it in the trash, sold the sleeves, ripped up the deck box, just got rid of it. Right. Switched over to Gudra. I don't know if I told you, but I've been telling everyone in our group chat, and the Fresno group chat, and just anyone I could talk to, Gudra has no bad matchups right now. It has no good matchups, but it has no bad matchups either. So I was like, shoot, let me try it myself. So Sunday, I went and got some Gudra, bought it. So then that Monday, I went to a challenge, and I took 5th. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Picked up like 8 points or whatever. I'm not going to Worlds, am I? But so we have another challenge on Tuesday. Tuesday, I take 2nd. So I'm like, that's cool, 12 points. So I'm at 20 for no reason. I don't know what I'm doing with 20 points, whatever. We have another challenge on Friday. I didn't do that well. Same thing. Goo just ran some bad matchups and probably some unfavorable stuff. Saturday, we had a cup. And I mean, your boy messed around and took top 8, man. And I'm just saying, you might have to start calling me Gudra Beam 2K now.
How many players?
Saturday was about 39.
Okay.
And then Sunday, I just wanted to get back in there and just maybe top 10, top 12, something nice. And I kind of messed around and took top 8 again.
All right.
I'm just saying, this one had 44, and I'm not. I mean, I've been called notable before. Remember during the team challenge when I was called notable?
You paid that guy.
No.
You paid that guy.
No, we were top 64. Teams left. Notable players left. There was Gazer being. I'm just saying. So I've been notable for a while now, and now starting to actually pay off. So now I'm sitting at like somewhere around 50 something, 60 points. I'm like, you know what? I might chase that Worlds invite now. Might go to NAIC. I don't know, Hartford. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm feeling. Matter of fact, I need to do this real quick. I have my deck list laid out on my computer desk. I need to get a picture of this and put it on Twitter. This is what everyone does, right? This is what people do. Let me stand up real quick. We'll get to the podcast. Hold on. This is
Yeah, but the people that are doing it, that want to do it, aren't doing it because they did good. They're doing it to be funny now. Some people have been. Somebody taped all their cards to a freaking ceiling fan. And then I think I saw someone like put all of the cards in a bathtub and fill it up with water.
I've seen someone fill it up with water. I've seen when someone take their cards to clothing in their closet, and they're just going through their closet, just like yeah. So it's kind of random nowadays.
I can't wait, and I'm calling it out. I'll send a T-shirt to somebody from the pod if they do this. If you call it out and hashtag blame Gazer in your post, but if you can tape your entire deck list to a Taco Bell menu board, I'll send you a Gust to win T-shirt.
I love Taco Bell. Probably after this podcast, I'm going to Taco Bell. And you know why, Steuben. I won't go any further than that. But you know why. I'm probably going to Taco Bell after this. But no, yeah, man, cups are back. Challenges are back. I took top 8. We're not going to talk about what happened in top 8 on Saturday. That was we're going to talk about who I played on that one. But no, we had some notable names down in town. Some guy named Smart something. Some dude.
Yeah.
Part of Dead something.
Yeah, I heard
gaming or something.
I heard he beat you to a pulp.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I tried to play to my outs, but I didn't have many outs. It was Guardy. It's a rough matchup. It's not the worst. There's like really no bad matchup. It's tough though.
Okay.
But he's part of some drawing gaming something or something like that. And then Sunday's Cup, Smart came back.
Right.
But no. So Sunday's Cup, Smart stayed the night. He stayed with a couple guys. I don't know who they were. But stayed with a couple guys. And then I think my round 5 opponent, I got matched up against some dude who they said he was like really good. And I'm like, he's good, isn't he? And I played against him. I played all my outs, literally. I missed a couple attacks, with Cramorant that probably wouldn't change the game, would have helped out. But he's playing Lost Box, and man, Kyogre's just strong, man. Mm-hmm. Kyogre with Lost Box, Zamazenta. And I don't know if I said this on the pod either, but I've been saying this for about a month now. Lost Box is the BDIF, man. It has so many variations. I feel like the Zamazenta build, and then you throw in either Kyogre, or if you throw in, if you want to Dragon Knight, whoever you want to throw in. I just feel like that Zam build is too strong, man. You're swinging 220 with a single prizer.
There's a lot of options. A lot of options.
But no, this guy that beat me, I wasn't too disappointed because he beat me, and then I lost in a top 8 to one of our locals, Dre. You know Dre, in his Mew list that does like all the Mew stuff, and it's weird. I lost. Yeah, with the Deoxys. Yeah, he's been preaching Deoxys for months.
Dr. Deoxys, not Dr. Dre.
Dr. D. But no, he's been preaching Deoxys for months. I lost on a Cramomatic heads flip, literally. He drew all his options. He played everything out, had the silent, the thin out his hand, did everything he could, drew one off his last Genesect. It was a Cramomatic. He had 2 crams, so he had to cram, had no other items in hand. Flipped heads, got the choice belt, knocked me out. If not, I win that match, and I go on the top 4. But he lost in the finals anyway to this one dude. Dude won it all. He's playing the Lost Box. This guy I lost to. I didn't know who he was until I played him. I knew about him. I never knew him like that. I just, I want to talk to him sometime and be like, hey man, like tell me your thought process of the deck, and he's part of that team I was talking about, that Dead team, the drawing, the people, those guys.
The Dead team.
The Dead team, yeah. He's one of those guys.
Wow. Gazer.
I just wish we had him we can get him on the show and like pick his brain on just the meta.
You're not
cups and challenges.
You're not the new host of Blue's Clues. Steve and Joe are long gone and dead. They got some kid now, half your age. Just let it go, bro. Just let it go.
Well, can you figure out who our guest is?
Yeah, we are joined by Finnegan, Lynch, Daniel Lynch. How's it going, my man?
Feeling fine. That was hilarious. I was trying not to much. You're going through that whole thing about the basketball players was super funny, dude.
I want to fight those guys.
Gazer always wants to fight somebody. He told me way back in the day. He used to do these like pack lotto giveaways on PTCGO on Twitch, and he would go over his rules, and he said, if there's a gold quick ball, you ain't getting it, don't guess it, it's my card. You had to guess whatever cards were going to be in there. If you got it right, you got the giveaway on Twitch basically. And if it's like, if you got a gold quick ball, I'm going to fight you. He's always fighting somebody or something.
I'm threatening to fight someone. I'm ready. So, I'll fight anybody.
Yeah, you say that now, and then like you're gonna meet 9card, who is like basically an MMA fighting Pokemon player at this point. You are going to get your ass beat.
I'll fight him. I'll fight him too. I'll fight him.
Dude,
my voice a little bit higher. I'll fight him. Yeah, I'll do it.
Push up your glasses, nerd. Come on.
Let's go.
When I was playing against Dre, I was like, man, he's got kind of an intimidating presence. Like, I was sitting across the table from him, and I was like, I hope I don't beat him too bad, because this guy could probably beat me up.
Former college football player. He's definitely built 6 foot, 6'2", whatever he is.
Oh my god.
Big body, yeah. But that was a good match. It was streamed. Also, my game was streamed, by the way. I'll send you the link later, so you can watch and critique.
Okay.
But yeah, their game was streamed. So when I got home from the cup, I watched it on stream, and he had one play, Phinn. I don't know if you've seen it. He had a penny in hand, and it's when you got your Calgary play off. He could have pennied and like maybe slowed it down, prevented it. He could have pennied a Genesect, but he got confused. He thought Calgary could hit anywhere.
Yeah.
And afterwards we told him like, no, bro, it's only the bench. But we're like, he probably would have, even if he pennied, he probably would have just escape roped him out of it anyway and had your way with him anyway. So yeah,
I'm pretty sure I had damaged the Mew as well.
He said the Mew had one team already. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just would have like played a rope and hit it on the bench that way. He even said that to me. He's like, "Oh, I forgot Kyogre can hit anywhere, not just a bench." And in my head, I was like, "No, it can't hit the active." But out loud, I was like, "Oh yeah."
Oh,
I wasn't gonna correct him on that. I'm like, I'm not gonna tell this guy what the card does. I'm not trying to. I didn't like lie to him or anything, but I wasn't trying to go out of my way to correct him on that until the match was over. To be honest.
Now, Phinn, slow down, man. If this gets to Twitter, you have to put out a tweet longer.
Hey, if he doesn't know what the card does, that's not on me.
Ooh,
but he probably played better than me, to be honest with you. I played pretty bad in that finals. Like, I tried to Halucha, forgetting what Fusion Strike Energy does. That was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, we saw that play too.
Yeah, that was bad, dude. I don't know. Every time I play in finals, I start slipping up for some reason. I can play good until I'm in finals, and then I just forget how to play Pokemon half the time.
I want to talk to you about one of your final matches a little bit later on. But Phinn, man, good. Thank you for joining us, man. Short notice. I was messaging Stu, and I was like, "Hey, we got to record today, this and that." I was like, "Hey, I can get the guy who I just met." I said, he apparently he played in some regional somewhere or something like that. He's a big name or something. Part of some dead gaming or something. I don't know. I can get that guy.
So basically, what Gazer's trying to allude to is for the people who don't know who you are, if you want to give them a little bit of a rundown about yourself.
Yeah. I've been playing Pokemon for 13 years now, so half my life. I started CutterTap.com, which, some people know me from. It's my article site. Got my invite every year since I started playing. I got second at a regionals, second at a different regionals, first at a regionals. I don't know. I did some stuff.
You have a very long Limitless page compared to a lot of players because your earliest accomplishments on there start back in 2015. So you've been You've been consistently making day 2s and top.
I didn't even go that far back. Wow, it does.
For almost a decade at this point. So
I just went to the last 2 seasons. It does go all the way. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Phinn, jeez.
I've been playing, man. I love Pokemon.
Yes.
It doesn't have my win on here though. That's wild, bro. It doesn't have, or does it? I don't think it has my win.
No, it's got a lot, but it's definitely missing some stuff too, though. Because I don't think they completely started keeping track of every little bit until about 2015, 2014 season.
Okay. Well, I swear I won a regionals. I think it was maybe they started in 2015 Worlds. I won a regionals the year of before 2015 Worlds. So maybe that was just before they started.
Not on here. Doesn't count. Didn't happen.
Yeah, I guess I'm not a regional champion.
Limitless check, everybody. Oh my god. But yeah, wide variety of decks over the years too. And yeah, most recently, notably, the SLC, the first event back, the second place with the Suicune Ludicolo.
Yes.
Everybody was kind of mind blown with that coming out, and I didn't see that coming in that meta, to be fair. So, props to you, sir.
Thanks.
I mean, even his opponent, we didn't see was it Gengar VMAX? We didn't see that as a thing either. So I mean, two kind of like decks out of nowhere.
That was wild, dude. I couldn't do anything against that deck. That was a terrible matchup.
Yeah, Gengar 330 HP. little big beefer.
Yeah, he just didn't like his version of the deck didn't have to bench anything because it was playing Bibarel and it didn't play Houndoom like other Gengar variants, and it didn't play Inteleon like other Arceus variants. So he just like found the way to not bench anything. And then he had healing cards too, but he had like 2 Hyper Potion, and it's just like, bro, did this guy build the deck to beat me? This is crazy.
I'm not running the Phinn. Have it all planned out. Man. I do want to get more into that matchup though later on, but right now we need to get into a part of the segment of the show we call the 6 prize turn. What's going to happen here is Stu and I will ask you a series of 6 questions. We'll go back and forth, rapid fire style. You have to answer these questions as quick as you can. These may or may not be Pokemon related. And just say the first thing that comes to your mind, as long as it doesn't get any of us canceled.
Okay.
That's really hard to do though. I've been trying to get us canceled for a while now, and we just keep coming back from the dead. I don't understand it.
So it's what the people want, man. Just let the people have what they want, bro.
Yes, blame Gazer.
Here we go.
All right.
So you want to start it off, or should I, man?
I'll start it.
Okay.
Sweet, spicy, salty, or savory?
Savory.
Savory. Okay. Least favorite generation of Pokemon?
Johto.
How come?
Unrefined.
It was, I wouldn't say unrefined. It was more like it's more like DLC for Kanto. I'll give you that. But okay, so side question. What's your favorite generation of Pokemon?
Oh, and 3rd generation.
Okay, I can accept that. That's a good gen. I accept that.
IGN 8.2, too much water.
Too much water.
I like water. Suicune.
What's your
I actually
question,
just got a full art Suicune today, finally. The alt art from Crown Zenith. Finally got one.
I have 3 of those. You should have told me something.
That's fine. Favorite era of the TCG?
2017, 2018.
That was kind of my question. Well, I was asking what favorite deck from the past. So I'll switch it up. But going more into that question, why that era?
It was just like decks were hard to play. It's like just a whole lot of skill in those formats. Like both the 2017 season and the 2018 season, and the like intermediate between them as well. Like just I don't know, the presence of like N and Tapu Lele.
Garbodor was just so hard to play, huh? Okay.
Yeah, like those cards existing just made the format really skillful and interesting, and it was never
Garbodor
like
takes a lot of skill to throw down and put a tool on it. Like, okay, here we go.
well,
I'm joking. I love the Garbodor. I love that. We probably won't see anything like that ever again, will we? Just like a flat out just ability lock, or even item lock. Like what was a few years ago? We had the Amistar. We probably won't see anything like that again for a while, if ever.
Who knows?
I don't know. It might come back.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, we're getting similar things as what we've had in the past.
I mean, all these things have to be active and stuff like that, or a certain genre, a certain type of Pokemon. But whenever just get flat out just item lock or ability lock, just ever again. I feel like there's no more Vileplumes.
It was more, to me, like the skill came in with Trashalanche, right? Because when you're playing against Trashalanche decks, you have to be really smart about the way you build your deck and like the order in which you play cards. Like you get punished for every item you play, right? So you have to be really smart about like weighing decisions like, oh, do I actually want to play this Ultra Ball here, discarding this item and this item? Or do I want to like end and then hope to draw the Pokemon I want? You know what I mean? Like decisions like that make the game really hard to play, which is why I thought it was a really interesting format.
That's fair. I'll give you that one. I was just curious. So that kind of tied into the question I was going to ask. So pivoting to a different question.
Oh my gosh! I just got to say this. Like Zoroark was just the coolest thing ever. Zoroark GX.
So that's Trade and Riotous beating. Let me beat
Yeah.
you down
Oh
real
my
quick.
gosh.
It was the complete
Such a
package. Honestly.
awesome card. Yeah.
You mean I could draw and beat you down? Cool.
Yep.
Question. Subin, ask another question.
Favorite non-Pokemon franchise and media?
Definitely Harry Potter.
Interesting. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate Fresno?
Oh man, you didn't have to ask me that.
Feel free to
I don't-
crap on it as much as you need to. It's okay.
Come on, man. You're just here, bro. We got a regional coming up. Come on, man. Don't do this.
I don't want to give it a number, but it probably wouldn't be too high of a number if I'm
Come
going to be
on,
honest. I don't know. I mean, I don't have to drive too
3.
far to get there. Yeah, probably something like that.
Bro, we're not that bad. Stop it.
All right, what's better,
It's not terrible.
Fort Wayne, or Fresno?
I don't remember anything about Fort Wayne. I literally could not tell you a single thing about it. I can't remember. I don't even know what state it's in. I can't remember.
Indiana.
Yeah. There's nothing I remember about it at all. I don't remember it being
Nothing there
bad. I don't remember it being bad or good or anything. I don't remember anything about it at all. Literally.
You forgot they had a regional, huh? Like, there was a regional there? What?
I think I went to it once or twice, but I don't. Yeah.
Okay, my last question. Top card you're most excited for from the upcoming set, Paldea Evolved.
I don't know what's in Paldea Evolved.
The Ruinous Pokemon, the Scramble Energy, or Jet Energy, whatever you want to call it now.
Yeah, Jet Energy's there.
Probably.
I don't know.
The Super Boost Energy reprints. It's not Super Boost Energy or whatever, but it's similar to Boost
I don't
Energy.
know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be Iono. Actually, I didn't read the set, but I know about Jet Energy and Iono, and I just know that N is like the best card ever. So Iono's got to be like number one, probably.
It's definitely gonna shake everything up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah. But that was the 6th prize turn with Phinn Lynch right here. So what's next on the itinerary? What do you have next?
Just gonna ask him about his background, honestly, at this point. So what ultimately got you into the Pokemon TCG?
Kind of a funny story actually. So I was like 10, I'm starting to get interested in girls a little bit, and I see that my neighbor, this girl that I have like a little kid crush on, is playing the Pokemon video game, and then she gets me into it because I was like, oh, I want to have something in common with this girl. So I get the game. I think I got Ruby, maybe Sapphire. I think it was Ruby. Anyway, then I got obsessed with the game, stopped caring about the girl, and I decided that Pokemon was the coolest thing, and I wanted to like learn if there was a way that like you could compete or whatever. And so I went on the Pokemon website, and then I saw that like at the World Championship, there's like way more prizes and money and stuff in the trading card game. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll do this instead. So I bought some like a Raichu starter double deck thing so that you can like play with somebody else. It's like 2 starter decks together. And I like tried to convince my friends to play with me, and like people didn't really want to. So then I found a league, started going to this league, and they're like, you can't play 8 double colorless in one deck. And I was like, that's stupid. I like 8 double colorless.
Dude, come on, who doesn't?
Was it the Raichu that hits for all Pokemon in play? All bench Pokemon? Was it that one?
I think it was probably the same one. So I think the one you're talking about came out in like 2016, but it was a similar Raichu, because this Raichu like double deck box thing came out in 2010, because that's when I started. But I think it was like the same attack. I think, yeah, it was really similar. But yeah, they made me take out like the 6 Bill I had in my deck. Bill's a broken card, by the way, and they got me to figure out like what standard was, and I just started playing at League. And a few years after that, I decided like I want to start going to tournaments and stuff, like significant tournaments. And my dad started taking me to, they had like cities and states back then. So that's how I started out basically.
Hey, shout out to your local professors, man. Getting young kids and everyone else involved in playing stuff like that. It's nice, man. That's a good thing. Stu, but I know you've been a part of that now too. I know that's been feeling pretty rewarding, right?
Oh yeah. It's cool being able to get paid through it though, because I work at the shop I do it at. So like, I'm not volunteering and driving across the country to spend money to do it. So I'll never, no disrespect to the judges that do it, but I will never staff a regional or anything ever again, honestly.
I mean, what if it's like right down the street from you or something like that?
Sure, if they're gonna run one in like BFE Pennsylvania, then sure, yeah, why not?
I mean, I have a regional that's 5 minutes away from me coming up, so I mean,
we all can't be winners, Gazer.
Plus, I'm notable.
Okay,
I took two top 8s.
I take that winner statement back.
I took 2 top 8s this weekend. What do you mean?
You didn't win, did you?
No.
I'm pretty sure Phinn won.
He did.
Yeah.
But no, I've had that feeling a couple times. Just we have some kids come through and they have like Phinn, they have like a mess of a deck. Like someone came through to a league day about a month ago, and there's a brother and sister, and they've been collecting from home, and they been playing each other, and they wanted to finally come to a league, and someone told them else, so they came, and the sister basically had the shell of the Calyrex deck, the Shadow Rider.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it could be worse. So we move some things around, like, hey, in a week, these cards are going to rotate out. You can't play these. So she started taking them out. We move some things around. But the brother had just an amalgamation of dark energy, lightning energy, some fighting energy, and like 24 fighting Pokemon. Just random. There's no cohesion. So it was like, we had to find you supporters and this and that. So I spent like $5, and Dad spent the other like $20. And they, we built a deck for him. And I told him, hey, there's another league, on this day, and this, talking about all the different days we have leagues. And he showed up to one of them. And he's like, hey, I fixed up my deck. And they were excited for it. And sister did okay. Brother bombed. He went like 1-3. But then they came to the next league night or to a different one. And, they each time I've seen them about 4 times now. Each time I've seen that, they've changed their deck. They've updated it. They're getting more into it. And it feels good to see that. So the fact that someone grabbed you, Phinn, and said, no, you can't have 8 double colorless.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, while you were talking there, I looked up this deck I was talking about. It's called the HGSS Trainer Kit Gyarados and Raichu. I think the double colors. Yeah, I think the double colors were for the Gyarados that was in one of the 2 decks, and I just kind of mashed the decks together and made it one.
That's what it sounds like.
So, yeah, that's what I was rolling with. And then I got a Feraligatr Prime deck a little bit later on. I scraped up some money for picking up dog poop, and then I bought some Feraligatrs off that. Yeah, that was fun, man. That was a cool era. A lot of cool artwork back in 2010.
Oh, yeah, the Heart Gold Soul Silver sets are honestly some of my favorites.
Yeah, super cool art.
I love the Legends, man. They're so awesome. Completely bad for the most part. But just when you have them side by side in slabs or in a binder or whatever, they're gorgeous.
Should they bring those back somehow?
Dude, those are so
similar,
cool.
Like something. I mean, I guess vegans are similar, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say they kind of got them.
Yeah, we have Legends at home, and it's like Zacian V Union.
The art was so much cooler though for those Legends.
Yeah.
Was it Entei Suicune? Was that one of them?
They did a combination of all the dogs in each one. So there's an Entei Suicune, a Suicune Entei, or I said that backwards, or Raikou, or whatever. They had a combination of each of them. A Cresselia Darkrai, Deoxys Rayquaza.
Dude, that's so sweet.
Groudon and Kyogre. Lugia and Ho-Oh had their own.
Yeah.
But everybody else was all pushed together.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the Darkrai Cresselia artwork right now. This is amazing, dude. This is like way better than most of the cards we got. Right. I mean, the Darkrai just looks sinister.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen this card, but this will give you nightmares. This Darkrai is freaky, dude. Yeah, it's frightening.
Oh yeah, they always do really well with those. I wish we could get something like that again. That'd be a lot cool.
Yeah, I ain't really a collector, but I could see like putting these on my wall or something.
Mm-hmm.
Why does he look like that?
He's dark. He's Darkrai.
Yeah, man, he's gonna eat your dreams. Give you nightmares.
Yes. Looks like this was drawn by like Tim Burton or something like that. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that'd be
Poe or
awesome
something.
if we had Tim Burton illustrated Pokemon cards.
That would be kind of cool.
The collab I never knew we needed, but we really need it. That's the ball.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh, man, I never seen that Darkrai. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If you guys are listening at home, go Google it right now. Google the Darkrai legendary with the Cresselia. That Darkrai is wild.
Yeah.
Jeez, I can't stop looking at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, okay, but moving on. So okay, you tell us how you got started. You know, kind of where you led to now, but you have Tapper Cut. Where did that come from?
I was originally writing for someone else. Who was I writing for? I can't even remember the name of the site. It was like in 2015, I want to say. I think. Yeah, I was writing for a different website, and I just like they would edit my articles and change stuff, and I didn't like that, and I was like, I don't change the way I wrote it. I want it to be written this way, and they're like, no, we're gonna keep it the way we want it. And so I just was like, what if I just made my own website? So I hit up my friend who was a website designer that I knew from middle school. Actually, I got into contact with him, and he was like, yeah, I'll build the site with you. And so over the course of like 3 months, I scrapped together some money, and we made that. And yeah, it was kind of my full-time job for a while there. All I would do is like writing and coaching, and that actually paid my bills for a little bit, which was pretty sweet. Now I have a regular job, but yeah, I really just started because I wanted to start a business, because like the only thing I cared about was Pokemon, and I just wanted to have control over like my own writing and have it like be my own personal property on my own site.
Yeah, that censorship of the stuff. That's where my mind went. Censorship, like they edited and changed things and like took away your creative freedom, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like too bad. Like they didn't. It's not like I was trying to say some like radical crazy stuff go, but they would just like reword things in a way that I didn't like. And honestly, in hindsight, they were probably right to make a lot of changes they wanted. But I'm just like very much, I like to do things my way, and I have like a creative mind, and I don't like anybody sort of trying to shift around my ideas and stuff like that. So yeah.
No, I get it 100%. It's your work that you're putting into it. You should be able to have it be your way. Like if somebody was painting, they're like, no, I'm going to go ahead and just put a big old flower over top of that. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it.
That's my work.
Yeah.
We'll take it from here.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot. We'll take it from here. All right, guys, let's knock this down. Put this here. Put that. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I get that, Phinn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the site's still going strong. Plenty of new content coming up all the time. So,
who are some of the members you have part of that site?
Everyone on Dead Draw Gaming. So, Nick Moffitt, Piper Lapine, Gabe Smart. Who else do we got? Hunter Butler. Who am I forgetting? I know I'm forgetting somebody. It's gonna be bad. They're gonna be like, "Why did you not mention me?"
Wow.
That's most of us.
That's most of us.
I know I'm forgetting somebody. I'll remember later. It's kind of hard to remember the whole roster. I think there's like 7 of us. But yeah.
We've had a couple of you guys on the pod before too, so yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Cool.
And no, I don't take offense when I was joking around talking about Dead, whatever it is, gaming. I know who you guys are. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I figured you were joking. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'm not true.
I know you guys are. When I got paired up against you, I looked at the name like Phinn. Oh my gosh, not Phinn.
Yeah.
That's when my guys was like, "Hey, what's he playing?" Like Lost Box. Like, okay, cool. With Kyogre. I'm like, oh, never mind then. Because I can defeat Lost Box. It's Lost Box with
Judge,
Kyogre.
can we get the match slip? The game hasn't even started. Can we get the match slip?
Basically, can I? Yeah, thank you. Just yeah, but I knew it was gonna be a rough match, and like I was like, he's really good. I'm like, oh yeah, he's really good. I'm like, with that Kyogre, yeah, he's really good with that deck. I'm like, yeah, I figured that. And I played it okay. I knew the Kyogre was coming. I couldn't stop it. What tripped me up, I won't say what it was, but what tripped me up, you had a certain card that you had 4 of. And I'm like, what? 4? And that threw me off, like, all the way off. And it makes sense you have to have that many, but I'm like, oh my, I didn't expect that many.
Yeah, I think you're probably talking about Recycler. A lot of people play 3 Recycler, but I just don't ever like Lost Box is the type of deck where you like have these selectings that are just impossible, right? You're just like, how do I decide between these 2 cards? I need them so bad. So like whenever I'm building a Lost Box deck, I just play extra of everything I can, and I go to like extra lengths to try and like establish more control over the game, because the like inherent consistency engine is like chaotic. Like it just throws you all over the place with the flower selecting. So I like doing stuff like playing 4 Recycler. I also play Peonia, which people like would probably say is terrible, but the thing is, like, if you have to selecting away something you need and then you only have like 1 or 2 other copies of it or whatever, and you can't access it because Kyogre goes from like 4 prizes down to 0, so you never see like those 4 prizes, you can just Peonia for it. So that was actually really good for me too. I won 2 of my rounds like 100% because of Peonia.
Okay.
But, I won a game because the guy didn't play Peonia. I won a game Saturday.
Right.
Because one of our one of your, I think you know him, right, Joe?
Yeah.
He didn't have the Peonia, and if he had Peonia, he just gets the Recycler, he wins.
Right.
But he didn't have it, so I'm like, yo, you don't have it? He's like, I don't have it, and I won because of that. But yeah, you had 4 Recyclers, you had the Peonia, so you like, it made sense. I figured you'd have 2. I was like 3, maybe 3, and then you lost on 1, and he lost on the second. I'm like, okay, he might have 1 more left. That might not be enough energy because he has to put 5 in there, attach 2 to the Kyogre, maybe attach it, another one. I said, okay, he might not have enough. Then you drop the 4th Recycler. I'm like, oh, okay, he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. But yeah, I felt like coming to this format, to this meta, that Lost Zone. I think after my first day of playing post rotation, I saw just how powerful Lost Box could be. I think one person played it, and I was like, wow, that is powerful. And I was out there trying to make the net work. I'm like, wow, the net doesn't work, first of all. And just seeing Lost Box and how powerful it was, like, this is strong. So now I think I switched it to Miraidon. I'm like, wow, Miraidon is good if it hits. But if it misses, you're sitting there like, well, now what? If you get that first turn knockout, you're going to win the game. Your chance to win go up like, 10, 15%.
Unless you're playing against Gardevoir. Because that first knockout does not matter in that matchup at all.
I beat a couple Gardevoirs with Miraidon, but you're right. Man. It's tougher. It is tougher. But if you miss, then your chances of winning goes down like 20%. So I was like, I like Miraidon because the high, the high rolly, I can hit and get a big knockout kind of thing. But I wasn't getting the results I won a couple locals, but I wasn't getting the results I wanted. So then I switched to Goodra because I figured Goodra had no bad matchups, which I feel like it doesn't. Gardevoir is a rough matchup, but it's not bad. And I ran into Gabe Smart in top 8 at Saturday at the Cup, and it was rough. It was rough. I had bad starts both times, and I bluffed a play. I bluffed a Greninja play. I act like the Greninja was prize, so he threw a Manaphy. I'm like, cool. And I just couldn't get to Greninja in time. It would have helped out, but the fact he could, take a nuke, nuke knockout, blow something up with the Zacian, there's not much I can do about that. Zacian can get up to 360. Yeah, he gets up to 360, so he knocks out one Goodra. I'm like, okay, cool. He has to do that twice, but he played around and he played really well. He knew what he was doing with that Guardian. And then he brought Lugia Sunday for some reason and flamed out. But I seen Guardy too. I was like, Guardy could be really good too. There's someone has to find the right build. And I think when it came down to EUIC, we seen basically the blueprint for how Guardy should be played. So when you watched some of the stream on EUIC, right?
Yeah, I did.
Did you see the finals?
I did, yes.
Yeah, that Guardy build, I think that's like the blueprint because it's like the most max consistency you can get.
Yeah,
you want to get
after Tord played that, I saw a lot more Luminion and a second Zacian and a lot more or less across the board.
I seen the second Zacian. But I feel like the consistency he had with the because I seen builds early on during the first couple weeks of just playing locally and online with maybe 1 or 2 Fog Crystal. That was it. No one was really playing Fog Crystal. A couple Nest Ball. Like they didn't max out the everything, but he just went 4 VIP Pass, 4 Nest Ball, 4 Fog. It was like just as consistent as you can be. I'm like, that's wild. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, you have to set up. You have to set up as soon as possible. So the more cards that do that, the better off you are. And the best part about Fog Crystal too is like if you need an energy card, it
energy
for
or
that
Pokemon.
Too. Yeah, it's
not
just one-sided.
I seen lists with like 2. I'm like 2. Why not 4?
Yeah. Yeah, Tord had a super good list, dude. That list was so crazy. I love it.
Yeah. But I feel like Guardy was good. I thought Maridon would be better than this. It's so high rolly. You can try to make it as consistent as you want
deck
to.
that made top 8 was high rolly because it had Cramomatic in it.
Had crams, yeah. So it was high rolly. If you hit, you hit, and if you didn't, you're like, well, now what? And I felt bad for him because every time he was on stream, what's his name? Robert, right? Every time he was on stream, he didn't do that. He didn't perform that well. But all stream, he's killing everyone, just destroying everyone. Just no losses. Gets on stream, can't get it done. So that's how high rolly was. And I thought Maridon would be better than that, but it's results are still yet to be seen. But I knew Lost Box would be good. I thought Gudra didn't have any weaknesses, and I thought Guardy would be pretty good. I think Guardy would be as good as it is now. But I thought it'd be pretty decent. Heading into this rotation, this new meta, Phinn, what were your thoughts? And then looking back at it a month later, like what do you see now?
Going into it, I really wanted to play Lost Box just because I just love Lost Box. It's been I like the whole Lost Zone archetype, just because it's like there's a lot of like difficult decisions and a lot of thinking, and that's just like the type of deck I want to play a lot of the time, which sometimes hurts me because I'm trying to play something that's harder than like I should be. I don't know. It makes you work harder than you should have to sometimes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really wanted to play it. I knew that like Lugia was still going to be good. I saw a lot of people saying like, "Oh no, Lugia's going to fall off," but Tyranitar is so strong. I figured that was going to stay strong. I thought everyone would just play Drapion because Mew was like still going to be super consistent, and I think a lot of people did. But
yeah, they are.
Yeah. I guess it's not exactly to the degree I thought it would be, though. Like, I thought everyone would play Drapion, but...
some decks even went crazy enough to play 2.
2 Drapions?
Yeah, yeah. I think I saw, like, a Gudra list that had double Drapion, which I thought was interesting. But, I mean, it's pretty much what I expected. The only thing that kind of threw me off was, like, Tord's list, like, I didn't see Guardy... making it so deep because I definitely did not think it was going to go that deep because I just didn't see like how it was going to beat Lost Box. And honestly, in hindsight, like whenever we test his list against Lost Box just crushes it. So I don't really know
nothing in there as a counter or attack for it. He's just like, I'll take the L if it happens.
Yeah, I mean, well, he had the Cresselia, so the Cresselia is like a tech for Lost Box, and it's a really solid tech, and he has Penny as well, which is like kind of a tech for Lost Box, but
yeah, the Penny could be big.
It's not. It's like barely respecting Lost Box as a deck with that list though, and I think that's going to be a problem for it. Like it needs to adapt to that. I think in the future.
Yeah, originally everybody hyped up Emergency Jelly, and then like now I'm looking at all these like League Challenge and League Cup lists that people are posting, and I'm like, there's no jellies anymore. What are you doing?
I remember that. Yeah. I thought it was a good tech too. The jelly, I thought it was good too, but
completely.
I guess you just figure, hey, we're glass cannons. Here we go. Let's glass cannon it.
I feel like even just like a Hatterene EV and 2 Klefki or something, if you cut like Cresselia, maybe Penny and one other card, you could fit in a 3-card package, and then your Lost Box matchup goes up a good bit. I think.
I seen one today with Hatterene V, and I was like, that's weird, but it makes sense. But I still thought it was weird. And then you won't believe where I saw Klefki Sunday, and it didn't cause me to lose, but it really slowed down what I was trying to do with my Gudra. It was in a Lost Box. There was a 1-of Klefki in a Lost Box.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's dope. I was like, that's dope. I said, I wanted to do that. I wanted to do it.
Oh yeah, that sounds insane in the mirror though too, because you already have all your ropes and your switch carts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they play rope. Yeah. Okay, cool. Here's Klefki.
Yeah, you played against Nick, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah, you were right there. Yeah. And that's right. I said I had a good day yesterday because I didn't have to run into this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I told him I put it in the deck the night before. He was like, I want to beat Lost Box and Mirror. How do I do it? And I told him to put in Klefki. I don't know if it worked out for him or not, but
it definitely slowed me down for like 2 turns. I was like, what do I do? So I'm attaching energy to a Gudra like a caveman. Energy. Like where's my gates?
Yeah.
But I had one turn where I was able to rope out of it, get a couple Klefkis off, get a Luminion down, and get a Chorus for next turn. So I was able to set up the following turn. But it slowed me down for like 2 turns. And I told him, I said, part of me wanted to put after I played the day before and I ran into like 3 Lost Boxes. And you played the Lost Box Mirror plenty of times. And Stu, I don't know if you've seen it. The Lost Box Mirror, both opponents were like this, just hands on their head, staring at the board state, hands on, leaning back in their seats, hands over their mouth, You get two cards off the comfort and you're just staring at them like
it's that meme that's been blowing up on TikTok the past 2 days. It's like, what are you doing here? He's just hanging out.
Which one? Oh, the party meme?
Yeah.
The party. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. But after that day I had Saturday, I was like, man, if I put a clef key in here, even one of, I might slow down this lost box mirror. But I was like, no, one of, I'll just get roped out of it. I said, forget it. So I didn't do it. But then Nicholas did it. I'm like, wow. And I told him afterwards, I said, that's a nice little tech right there. I said, that's nice.
Yeah, I had that in my lost box list for a long time. I tested it a good bit. The only reason I ended up dropping it was because you get kind of jammed up on bench space. If you're playing Halucha and Klefki, it's like unless you like get them to knock out your Klefki, you're not going to be able to like fit everything you want on your board. But that's the only reason I ended up dropping it. I like it a lot. It's a really sweet tech for mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening. I'm just putting my picture on Twitter of the deck I took top 8 with because I'm good at the game now.
Like, dear God.
Right on.
Yeah, putting my prizing there. How many packs did I win? What's that?
That's
like half a booster box. I won half a booster box over the weekend, so I'm just saying.
I'll post my list on Cutter Tab. I won't post it on Twitter.
It's much safer that way.
Yeah.
Let them steal my list. I don't care. They can't stop me.
Gazer's trying to live this like notable player arc or whatever it is ever since that.
It's got to be an arc though. It's an arc.
It's an arc, yeah. You'll it'll go. You'll go down to the blaze of glory or whatever. Then you'll get a redemption period and insert blame Gazer, and you'll go right back down again like the Heldenberg.
Hey, all I know is during the team challenge they said notable players left, and my name was on the list. So
you paid that guy.
Hell yeah, that's sick. Who cares?
Speaking of having good moments, though. Speaking of having good moments, though, you took runner-up, which stinks. It sucks for you. But I mean, you took runner-up for the first regional back, way back in 2020. Was that in January? 2022?
I think it was March.
Was it March?
Yeah, it was March. Yeah,
January, February, March, somewhere around. It was early 2022. First regional back. COVID protocols were crazy. Like you had to show them like 5 COVID tests. You had to show them your COVID card. You had to show them that you watched the movie Cobra Kai. You had to have 6 masks with you. What else did you have? You had to have so many restrictions.
Blood of your first.
And you went in there.
yeah.
And you went in there and you brought Suicune, which is a good card. At that time, it was a really good card. But then you teched in the silly dancing pineapple, Louis Cotto himself. What was the thought on that? Doing fine, but Louis Cotto? Like, I seen it played on stream, in Azul stream back around that time. Is hey, this is fun, this is silly, but you actually took it and you did well with it. What was that experience like? That run like, man?
I mean, it was super fun. I think the deck. I think it was the best deck for that tournament. It was, the Ludicolo basically just gets you the numbers you need to take one shots. So, otherwise you're not one shotting in that format. Mew VMAX, Arceus V-Star, kind of anything, right? Like any of the big things that are the main players in most decks in that format, you need Ludicolo to one-shot. So, yeah, you kind of just had to play it. I think the main thing that I had going for me that other players didn't was they weren't playing cross-switchers. So I had the 4 cross-switchers in there, and, the deck just, can't really play boss very effectively usually, and that was the main thing that I felt like made my list kind of stand out, was just, being able to actually Melanie and in the same turn Gust something up. People just didn't really have that, and that was, I think, what gave me the edge. But it pretty much beat everything. Like, Arceus was favorable, Mew was favorable. What other decks were there in that format? I felt like that was mostly
Arceus. Right, it was just Arceus mostly, wasn't it?
Arceus and
yeah.
Mew.
Arceus was everywhere. Yeah, it was just everywhere.
and Mew was the best matchup for that deck. Mew was super free. So
dang.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Yeah, it's to play Melanie and have the option to gust up something, boss something is good. I've seen a couple of Mew lists, back when Mew was playing cross switcher or even someone playing Pokemon catcher. That way could they could play a different supporter. Some of them played the Fusion Strike system, the Fusion Strike build. So they would use
right.
Alyssa. Yeah. They would sparkle, and then they would be able to use a Pokemon catcher or and it's powerful. You're able to bring up whatever you want, and it is powerful. So the fact you pulled that off in I mean, well, you had. Okay, that's right. I forgot we had Inteleon at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like we have had Inteleon for like years now, man. It's only been a month, but it feels like
it's
I forgot that was a thing.
Irrelevant, even before the rotation happened, anyways.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because of Sableye.
Maybe that's why I forgot what was around. I'm like, oh yeah, Inteleon.
You've heard that video killed the radio star, but Sableye killed the Inteleon engine.
Inteleon line.
Yeah.
Sableye killed the Inteleon line. Yeah, that's the song I'm gonna make. But no, it was a good deck for that call. Just like was that EUIC where what region was that? What was that? Where the
Whimsicott?
Was that? Yes. Yeah. Whoops. That was EUIC, right?
Yeah, it was after
2022. Yeah, 2022. And that was a great call for them. It's just you have to make these calls. I feel like I made a good call this weekend with Gudra. I thought I expected a lot of Lost Box. I knew I could handle Lost Box for the most part. I just knew Kyogre was a problem. I only ran into 2 Kyogres. I don't know why everyone didn't play Kyogre, but I only ran into 2. And one guy prized with a key piece. The other guy happened to be Lynch. And Phinn. Lynch is just like a great player, so I couldn't do anything about that. But I felt like Gudra was a good call, and it happened to be decent enough to get me in the top 8, and I'm not a good player, so I got carried by a deck. So these meta calls are important to make, and you have to kind of have an idea, feel for what's going to happen. We just recently had our EEIC of 2023, and everything seemed like it was all over the place. Explain that meta to me. What did you guys see? It seemed like everything was just all over the place then.
I wouldn't say all over the place.
Diverse, maybe?
Yeah, it was diverse.
There was a good majority of decks in day 2. Some did way better than others. Mm-hmm. You had a couple different Miraidon lists. There were a few of the Inteleon or Shifu decks. A few different variations of Arceus or Giratina Arceus, or
I think Gudra
Lost Zone. There was
assuming Gudra made it as well.
The Gardevoir and the Mewtwo Gardevoir variants as well.
Mm-hmm. There's some Mews,
of course.
So I feel like it was in a few Lugias,
Mew and different variations of Lost Box and Sablezard.
Which is the worst Lost Box.
There was a control deck or 2 floating around as well. So good variety. Good variety.
Yeah, and I think that just maybe because the set had just released and was legal for play, I feel like that was gonna be the hardest to nail down what the meta was going to be. And in my opinion, I thought it was gonna be Lost Box, all over the place, just dominating everything. And maybe the Lost Box players, eliminated each other, took each other out, so there was they didn't make it through. I don't know what happened. I can't explain it.
It's just hard, man. People are Lost Box is the hardest deck, and it's just. You have to really know what you're doing to do well with it, and there's not a whole lot of people that can do that. And so out of that small pool of players who can really play it well, they have to actually pick to play that deck as well. You know what I mean? If those players that could actually play it end up playing Lugia or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's Lost Box is never going to be a very highly converting deck into day 2. I think it probably will be for Portland. Yeah, it gets a lot of ties to it. It struggles with time management. People don't prize check enough. I don't even know how you get off the floor playing Lost Box unless you figure out half your prizes. Unless you know your energy and Pokemon that are prized, by your first, maybe second turn, you're just Lost Zone and stuff that you end up needing. People just, I don't know, people just don't really play it right. And I can understand it because it takes a lot of time to understand it. It's tough, dude. I still make misplays often with it still, and I've played hundreds and hundreds of games with it.
That's why I play Lost Box for Dummies, Gudra. It's a Lost Box Light.
Yeah, Gudra is Lost Box if you don't have to count to 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I can only go up to 7. I'm like, cool. Nothing else matters.
The Psycho Stick song, I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. You only have to count to 4 and then 7. So, I mean, and even then, some games you don't have to count to 7 with the Melanie. Turn two, you're swinging Rolling Iron.
But if you decide you do want to count to 10, you could tech in a Fantina. That'd be kind of sick in Gudra.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't work, does it? That doesn't work. I've tried that before. That doesn't work.
I tried it too. It didn't work for me either.
Yeah,
but it's pretty cool though. You reduce 200. That's kind of sick.
What is damage?
I take nothing, but no. But yeah, the meta calls are important, and I feel like EUIC this past couple weekends ago was it was hard to make the call. I just felt like no one knew what was going on.
Yeah.
My thoughts were Lost Box, but wasn't a heck of a lot of them. It's just, I don't know. Meta calls are tough. Coming up into Portland, though. I'll be at Portland. You'll be at Portland, right, too, Phinn?
Yeah, I will be there.
Coming up to Portland, what's your thought? What are you thinking is going to be like the deck that's going to just be everywhere, day 2 and all over the place? And
yeah, I think it's going to be Lost Box this time because, I mean, we go through these cycles, right? Like something wins or does really well, like whatever catches the most attention, people want to counter it. And I know like Arcdura, Vulpix won, but I don't think most people are really respecting it right now. I think a lot of people kind of view it as like, oh, that was just like a one and done type of deck, right? Like it's gonna do well, and then people are gonna kind of forget about it because like people have read what Vulpix does now, and they know, they know how to deal with it now.
That's what to play around it.
Yeah, so most people are just like looking at the Guardy deck that Tord won. I mean, so yeah, I even think he won, even though I didn't win.
It just feels like he won. Alex,
yeah, it feels like. I think I actually texted one of my coaching clients today saying that Tord won. I just realized, no, he. Anyway, I'm happy Szymanski got his win. He deserves.
He's been waiting for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I just think a lot of people are going to be trying to beat Guardy, and the best way to beat Tord's Guardy list is through Lost Box. So I think that's going to go up in popularity. I think Guardy is also going to go up in popularity because that's the next thing that usually happens when something does really well is like not only do people want to counter the deck that won, but a lot of people just say, you know what, I want to play that deck too, and so they, the numbers will go up for that. I think Lugia will stay about the same. I think Gudra will probably go down because, people have different opinions, but I think Gudra takes it unfavorable to Guardy. So seeing Guardy, do well and probably become more popular will probably make people want to not play Gudra as much.
Okay, I'm offended by that comment. I'm not offended, but it's not a bad matchup. Is it good? Hell no. But it's not like, I just auto lose. You know what I mean? Like even when I played Gabe against it, there's a couple turns like, man, if I can get off this Greninja, because I psyched him out and think I didn't have Greninja, so he threw away the mana fee.
Right.
I'm like, shoot, if I get Greninja out, I take out 2 Curlia, I'm playing it really well, and I just couldn't get the Greninja out, couldn't get it done. But It's not unfavorable. It's just, it's not bad. It's just really unfavorable. The fact that he can come in and, blow up a Gudra with the Rolling Irons sucks.
That's really the problem. That's really the problem right there. Yeah.
And I'm like, I can get through with that with one, but the list is playing 2 Zacian, which they should. I don't know why they wouldn't play 2 Zacian. 2 Zacian make it really, really tough. So it's not just bad, but it is unfavorable. But I mean, I still feel like Gudra doesn't have many weaknesses right now. I just feel like Lost Box is the best deck right now. I feel like Guardy's probably second best. And third might be Mew, maybe?
I'm kind of a Mew hater, but that's just a personal thing.
I don't like Mew for a reason, but I mean, I respect it. It's a good deck. I think. You don't think it's the third best deck right now? What do you think it is?
I think it's Lugia. I think Lugia is super solid,
no.
Bro. Like you play against Lost Box, you go judge them late game and use T-Tar, one shot their active and mill the top 2 cards of the deck. Sometimes you just hit like Gate, Clara, and they're just like, oh, well, I lose now. Like,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. In theory, that should happen. But then how many times have you seen a Lugia player, okay, I need heads to get this Pokemon. Oh, it's a tails.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need tails this time, and it's a heads.
That's true too. I mean, it's sort of high rolly. That's kind of how it is. It's sort of a high roll deck. But I've just struggled to beat Lugia so many times in testing, playing Lost Box, that I've developed a respect for the deck because of that.
Wow. Okay, so you think the third best deck is Lugia? Subin, what are your thoughts on that, man? Like the top 3 decks, what do you think we'll see in Portland?
I'm in agreement here, honestly.
You're a Lugia guy too?
Yeah, it just has more options. It's got more get up and go, it feels like, compared to some of the other choices out there. And I mean, there's an unknown potential for random tech that you can shove in that deck.
Yeah, you can do a lot with it right now.
Yeah, even though we don't have a rainbow energy, there's still so many things it can attack for colorless that just people aren't thinking about or touching yet.
It's really the Burnett, dude. The Burnett is what makes it okay, because you're not relying on that many flips once you have your Burnett, right? Because it's oh, okay, I flipped the heads on the incense. Now I'm going to research this hand because I was able to get the Archeops or whatever. Or if you get the tails, you're okay, now I'm searching for Luminion to get the Burnett. The deck is structured in such a way that if you have, Nest Balls, you're not relying so much on your flip because you can kind of change which direction you go, deciding between research and Burnett whether you flip heads or tails on your incenses. And plus, you can do the great ball thing too. If you want to do great ball, you don't like the coin flips, that's totally fine too. You can just play more ball cards, man. You could play 2-3 nest ball. You can play a bunch of ball cards to make your odds better if you want to. It can be really consistent if you want it to be built that way.
Yeah, the return of great ball. Is great ball going to be a thing now?
There was an argument.
I don't like it.
There was an argument I think I saw last week about the statistics of great ball over capturing aroma. And I was just like, I'm not reading this argument. I'm not.
I'm not a Lugia guy. By the way, I posted my deck list because I took 2 top 8s this past weekend. It's on my Twitter. I put it in the chat, by the way.
Okay.
That's solid.
We could probably drop a link to it on the YouTube channel. I'll go ahead and mention it. Gazerine2K. I mean, twitter.com/Gazerine2K. Go check that out. I'm kind of notable. Kind of good at the game now. I did better than Gabe Smart this past weekend at one of the cups. So, and did better than Phinn at one of the cups too. So
that's true. You did. I went 4-2 and then I whiffed top 8 at the first cup. So yeah, you're more consistent than I am.
Gazer can't win anything, but he's consistently going to be
right there or whatever, aren't they?
My third.
Okay, yeah, you had one the weekend before. That's right.
It was. Okay. I don't want to talk about that one.
Whatever. Two out of 3 ain't bad for top 8s. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, those are my first 2 cups since how long ago?
Pre-COVID?
How long ago?
Early 2020. Early 2020 was the last ones. If you up until March that year, and if you didn't play that year, then 2019 would have been it.
Yeah, it must have been 2019 for me because I actually back then I was gonna take a break for the first time in a while because I've been playing. At that point I was like, man, I've been playing so much. Yeah, I was just like, I just want to break for a little bit. So I started taking a break, and then they canceled all tournaments
Oh, you got your break all right.
That.
Yeah, you got your break. Yeah.
I didn't want to break like this. This is what happens when I stop playing Pokemon. They shut it all down, bro. Come on. I can't do
it sucked because my partner and she and I were going really hard that season. I had a cup win with ADPZ with Blastoise Piplup in it as a tech.
What are you doing?
And
I'm ready for that Reshazard, baby. I'm ready for Reshazard.
We both had over 100 points, and then they just cut everything off, and oh, well, never mind. Them's the breaks.
Sorry, kids. I mean, I'm sitting, a little over 50 points now. I might make a little run. You know what I mean? I am notable.
If we would have started cups and challenges at the beginning of the season, I would have definitely reconsidered the entire season for sure.
Yeah. I mean, hey, some of us just out here just having fun. Meanwhile, some of them are, some of us are like Daniel right here, out here balling. How many points do you have right now, Phinn?
Oh man, this is my worst season yet. I think I'm at 260. I need to check. I don't even have my. Usually I have my invite by this point, but I've been. Well,
it's a weird season. It's a weird season.
I honestly, bro,
midway
it's
through
on
they say,
me.
"Hey, here's cups and challenges. Here you go." Just.
Yeah. I really just blame myself though. I've been playing all kinds of decks that I don't like or I don't even think are that good. I don't know what I've been thinking lately.
But
dude.
have you been having fun?
Okay.
No.
Yeah, have you?
Oh,
have you?
No. That's the problem. That's the problem, bro. I think that's why I did well with Kyogre because I played a deck that I really liked and I thought was really fun and cool. And it seems like usually when I play those decks that I enjoy, I do a lot better with them. Like Suicune was super fun for me. I thought it was really enjoyable and solid. And that worked out well. And then I play I played Mew, Aerodactyl at one of these regionals recently, and I didn't make day 2, and I was like, yeah, that's probably because I hate this deck. Why am I playing this deck that I hate? I don't enjoy any of my rounds. Why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah, and I'm with you. I couldn't find anything I liked for San Diego, so I just played something I thought was a good call, and it was I enjoyed the experience of being there, my first regional, but as far as playing the games, I was just like, meh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel that. What deck have you enjoyed the most so far this season? Is it just Lost Box?
Yeah. Oh, definitely Lost Box. It's so fun, dude. It's you never know what's gonna happen. It's exciting because of Comfies. The chaos of Comfies is what makes it exciting because you never know. Oh man, am I gonna have to decide between my Radiant Greninja or my Kyogre? Oh, this is like it's heartbreaking sometimes, but that's sort of what makes it addicting. It's
Mhm.
like playing the lottery, you know what I mean? Like or like a slot machine. You pull it down, you're like, oh, I missed again. Oh, I missed again. This sucks. But then you hit, and you're like, whoa, this is so sick, you know? So
Some people call that chasing that dragon, man. Chasing
yeah,
that dragon.
yeah.
Just you can never catch that dragon. Just like I gotta try again. I gotta play it again. That was me when I was playing Maridon. I wonder if I can hit this generator this time. Oh, I hit it. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I hit one. Can I hit this one? So yeah, it's like that. I get that. I'm guessing your least favorite deck this season was Mew. Or is there one worse? One below that? What?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, it's probably Mew. I don't like playing Mew. I don't really like playing Lugia either. I also find Lugia like not very fun. I think it's good though. Like I think it's better than Mew in terms of just like power.
Mhm.
But yeah, just in terms of how much I enjoy those two decks, it's like both of them I don't really enjoy at all. The only decks I actually like enjoy playing in this format are Guardy and Lost Box decks. Guardy's super fun though.
Yeah, Gardevoir has everything that you want it to be a fun deck. You draw a shit ton of cards, you accelerate a shit ton of energy, you hit really big numbers when you need to, and there's a lot of cool cheeky plays you can pull off. It's like the most fun Pokemon package, I think, that they have out at the current moment in time.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Drifloon. I'm waiting for the Drifloon and the Charm. Man.
Yeah. Do you have your Champions Festival for that Gazer?
Huh? I have Picnic Basket. That's what I have.
Oh, okay. All right, Picnic Basket. All right. Make sure you pack some bologna sandwiches.
Okay.
The Drifloon's out now. Like you can get it. You just can't play
but I need that Charm though. I need that Charm.
I actually just think the Drifloon's pretty good right now, even without the Charm. Like you can
I thought
still
so
do
too, but I didn't see it for like the first 2 weeks. And then like this last week, everyone's been talking about like, well, now you guys are talking about it. I thought it was decent for like the first 2 weeks, and I didn't see it. So I'm like, oh, it must be bad. I didn't test Guardy enough. I thought, okay, it must be bad. And now everyone's on it.
I mean, it was in the free deck on PTCG Live. Like it's in there, just like packed in there.
Oh, that screwed me up so bad. I had Guardy built on live, and then I like didn't realize it just inserted a Guardy deck into my list of decks.
I didn't realize it either. I bought some Guardies online too, yeah.
I go on ladder, bro. I go on ladder and I select it, and I'm like, what is going on? Why do I have an escape rope and a Drifloon in my deck? Like this app is broken. And I realized.
It's the pre-built.
Yeah. One sec, and I don't know if we're gonna do stocks today or not soon, but stonks. But I'll just go and get one real quick that I think you might see some play randomly in Guardy.
I've got one. I've got one for financial.
Okay. I'll save it then. I'll save it for stonks. Okay. So we'll just move on to something else then. Well, I guess it is time for stonks. Yeah. Did we miss anything?
No, we've hit everything we want to talk about. So we can.
Oh wait, we didn't talk about me being getting 2 top 8s this past week.
Yeah, you have multiple times.
We did.
Yeah,
okay, all right. I'm also notable. Did we talk about that?
Yes.
During the team challenges, the team I was on, we finished top 64, and I was one of the notable players on the list. I mentioned that before.
Yeah, you also just won an award for the most broken records of broken records.
Record brokens. I mean, I'm becoming a broken player, so it makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, so with a broken record, yes, of course.
No, this is time for stonks. Phinn, what this is a segment where Subin and I go through a few cards we think going to either see a rise in price, financially, or might see a rise in playability. So if you want to start thinking of anything you think is going to go up or down, get those thoughts together. I have one. Sounds like Subin, you have one as well.
Yeah, I do.
On the financial market.
I do. I'll fire it off. Radiant Greninja. If I told you it was about an $8 card now, would you believe me? Yes. You have to believe me. It sat at under $3 for the longest time. But now it's in almost everything except for Lugia that's relevant. It's in Gudra. It's in all the Lost Zone blocks that aren't playing Charizard specifically.
Yep.
It's in Gardevoir. I've seen it in Maridon decks.
Yep.
It's creeping, man. And there's a reprint of it on the way in a few weeks inside of those Palkia League battle decks. But I don't know if those decks are going to sell as well as the Mew ones did.
One of my shops got the decks early, and I don't know if he got confused or something like that. Yeah, it was not even this past weekend, the weekend before that he had them. And I walked in, I was like, "Oh, these are out already?" So I didn't think they came out till May. He said, "No, they're out now." I'm like, "Oh shoot, I might have to buy one." I probably should have got one, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't get it.
May 5th is the release date.
Yes, yeah, I found out it's May 5th.
And
I thought it was May.
It's also got battle passes in there as well.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was about to buy one for the battle passes for the Greninja. I was like, I should buy one of these. But I was like, they're out now. I'll buy them another time. There's plenty floating around. He's the only shop that had them because I mean,
battle passes again. It's almost $3 again.
Yeah.
So it's had a vicious cycle of up and down. It went down to under $1 after the Mew decks came out originally, and then it went right back up. And I mean, Battle Pass. I think I see Battle Pass in more decks than I do anything else.
Have you seen the League promo Hollow?
Yes.
Battle passes.
Yes, I have a couple of those myself. I've been lucky to get those.
I have like 2. I had 3, but I gave one to a buddy. You know, he's done a lot for me, so I gave him one. And he was like, "Wow, thanks, Casey." It really meant a lot to him. I'm like, "Bro, chill. It's okay. It's just some shiny cardboard that's worth $35." But yeah, I still have a couple myself. I'm not playing them in my deck. I'm just holding on to them. I'll probably sell them one day. I don't know. Maybe frame it, put up on the wall for my son to see when he gets older.
The thing is with the foil cards out of the prize packs, as soon as it's not legal for standard, it's not going to be worth a damn thing.
So I'm going to sell it tomorrow. I'm going to sell these 2 tomorrow.
Just put it in a deck and play with it. It's not like it's a $100 full art card you're destroying.
But could it be $100 one day?
No,
maybe.
I highly doubt it.
I mean, some of these prices that we've seen lately. I mean, have you seen a Dialga V-Star? That's gone back up to like $10, $12 now.
Let me double check on that one.
Really? Wow.
That's in for like $10.
Yeah.
Looks like sweet.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. That one went completely under my radar.
Well, there's some songs for you. Never mind. So yeah, some of these prices are getting. Why?
Yeah, I mean the Forest Sealstone is pushing 10 as well.
Mm-hmm. Sky
Sealstone 7 to 8. And they're not in the Palkia deck, but my fingers are crossed for the budget players potentially. It could be in the Trainer's Toolkit.
Trainer's Toolkit's going to have a Arceus V and V-Star, correct?
A 1/1 line, yeah.
Yeah, 1/1 line. Hey, hopefully. But one card I have for Stonks that I think is it might not see play, but if it ever does, just know you heard it from me first. It's just like a little cheeky card to throw in something. This card was probably, I think, was the first standard legal Scarlet and Violet card to come out. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Mimikyu EX.
Mimikyu EX.
No, they're like 25 cents.
Yeah. Now, but you put one into a Guardy deck, and you can blow up whatever you need to blow up.
I don't even know what this card does. Let me look this up.
It's got Energy Ball.
Dang it, Phinn.
Or it's like X Ball. It takes 3 energy. It's 30 for each one attached to both active Pokemon.
Think about it.
It's EX, not V. Okay.
Think about it for a second.
And the first attack is a switch, so like you can technically switch into Klefki if you really wanted to.
Oh,
think about it for a second, Phinn. See, when you don't get it, we both top, we top cups, so we have like the same kind of like mindset of, hey, this is a good play. You don't see it yet, Stu. It's okay.
Okay.
You could do a lot of damage with that thing.
Deck box. All right, here we go. Gardevoir deck. All right.
Wait.
Yep, it's already in there, Gazer. Calm down. I just don't think it's going to be worth.
Okay. You see the vision then. You see the vision.
I think it's just worse than Zacian. Isn't the energy burst worse
the reason why he wants it in there, or is speaking of it specifically,
he wants it
is as like a Vulpix counter.
No ability. It can blast through anything big. If you have energy on you, that's fine. I have energy on me too. I don't have to. I don't have to completely max myself out now. I can put a little, or even if I do max myself out, I can reach higher numbers than Zacian because you have energy on you too. Let's blow each other up. Here we go. Boom.
I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all.
You hear that, Stephen? He doesn't hate it.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said it's not going to be worth much because those boxes are out there, and they're out there. And I mean, there's so many of them.
I seen shout out to our guy, King Turk. He was I guess he's in a Walmart. They have boxes out there for like $12. of the Mimikyu EX.
Yeah.
One of the shops around here, he bought too many boxes. He misordered and bought too many, so he's like selling them for like $13, $14. So yeah, they're out there.
At
You're
cost. Right. Yeah, basically at cost.
Yeah, he said he bought too many, and they sold the first week, and after that, they haven't moved since. He's like, I gotta sell these things.
Only problem I see with this instead of like Zacian is you can't Sky Steel Stone it because it's not a V Pokemon.
Fair. That's fair.
But the other thing I think of too with Mimikyu is in the case of Arceus, they can't choice belt to KO it.
Well, so the thing is though, the thing is though, Mimikyu's got 30 less HP than Zacian, so it's like, yes, they can't do 30 more damage, but you just immediately have 30 less HP anyway.
But I'm also taking into account the energy they have on them. I'm taking into account they have energy on them too. So Arceus that has energy on them, I can blow it up easier. A Duraludon that has energy on it, I can blow it up easier.
Yeah, slightly easier. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I can see it. I think it's possible for it to be good. I think it's possible.
Thank you, Daniel. See, Subin, this is why we top cups and well, never mind. Anyway.
I've played in 0 cups or challenges this rebring of them. I've won 6 cups, thank you, through my entire Pokemon career.
Well, I've played 3 and I've topped 8 in 2 of them.
I know 6 cups isn't a lot or whatever, but still. It's also been years now since I've
Well, I heard Daniel won a regional one time, but it's not on his Limitless anywhere, so I don't think it's true.
Bro, they scam me. They scam me for that. I did win one, I swear.
Promise it happened. But no, Phinn, man, do you have any cards you think are to see a rise in playability or in price, in price wise or anything like that? Any cards that come to mind?
I mean, there's the low hanging fruit of Tropical Beach, Champions Festival. I mean, I think we all know that's going up right now, though.
It's up there already. What can we do about that?
And then maybe Drift Balloon will go up from like 5 cents to 10 cents.
Yo, 10 cents? Yo?
Maybe even a quarter. Let me see what else.
Buy those reverse. You heard it now. Buy your reverse foils.
Oh, matter of fact, wait. I got one. I have another one. Something that should be bought now, before the next set comes out. The Illustrator art, Toad's cool.
What?
There's a Toad School that has a special Illustrator art. Look that up. Buy that now. Because we have Toad's Cruel on the way.
I don't even know how to spell this Pokemon's name.
Neither do I.
Oh, it's like Toad, like your toes on your feet. Toad's cool. Okay. Let me see. But is the tent? Oh wait, what is it? Toads are cruel. What is it evolving to?
Toad's cool. And Toad's Toad's cruel.
Toad's cruel. Okay.
There's a Toad's Cruel coming out that's gonna be. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Have you seen it, Subin?
I saw a picture of it, but I didn't read it.
I'll explain it. So if I'm just off the top of my head, if I remember correctly, Toad's Cruel, 270 HP. It's the EX. Evolves from Toad's Cool. The ability is all your Pokemon that have energy attached to it cannot be affected by your opponent's attacks, by effects from your opponent's attacks. So that means no Sableye damage. That means no poison. It's Espeon, yeah, except on a stage 1.
Oh, that's
and it's not worth 3 prizes. The second attack, I think, is 2 grass energy. It does 80 damage, but 40 more for every grass Pokemon you have in play, or on your bench, maybe something like that.
I just pulled it up. It's 80 plus 40 more for every bench Pokemon with grass energy attached.
Never mind. Is grass energy attached?
Attached.
I think you're really just using it for the ability.
Never mind. We'll figure it out. No,
you're going to play it for the ability.
No. There's the Fortress that's coming out. We'll just blow up the Fortress.
What's that do?
And that's basically like Electrode, right?
Mm-hmm. You blow up the Fortress. Your opponent takes 2 prizes, but you get to search your deck for 5 grass energies and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like.
Okay.
So Toad's Cruel can hit 280 by turn 2.
Oh, I didn't know there was going to be Fortress. I didn't see the Pawmot or the Houndstone though either. The Pawmot.
They're not good. Don't worry about them.
The Pawmot's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute though.
It can snipe 220 for 2 lightning energy. That's not the worst.
It's a 300 HP stage 2. You have to get the 2 energy on there. It's
cute.
Don't worry about that. But it's cute.
It's so happy. It's like doing a thing.
Is the Fortress an EX or is
Mhm.
it
It's
a
an
regular?
EX.
I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, I think it's self KOs to accelerate energy.
5 grass energies from your deck to your Pokemon, any way you like.
That's kind of sick, honestly. You like Fortress and Iono, and then
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Maybe that's good. We just need Garbotoxin back.
Oh man, imagine. That's not
That'd be
gonna happen.
nasty.
It's
Can you
not
use like multiple Fortress in one turn?
Yes.
Oh man, that's crazy. Your opponent takes like one prize, you use 2 Fortress, and then Iono them to 1, and
And then you just start smacking everything with Toad's Cruel. You're like, huh? What do I do now?
I guess, man. I guess that's wild.
Yeah. So I would grab. There's a alt art or a illustrator art of the Toad's Cruel. Toad's Cool. If you got any of those, I say grab those right now and hold on to them because I feel like Toad's Cruel could be a deck. I
What's
might
this,
ditch Goodra for it.
what's this new set called?
It's what we're getting is Paldea Evolved. It's a mix of Triplet Beat, Snow Burst, and Snow Hazard and Clay Burst from Japan.
Right on.
And then there's a Dragon type Noivern EX in there. And the
Doesn't it keep them from
ruinous Pokemon, Qian Pao, Wu Tang Clan. I don't know their names. They're so hard to keep straight with these.
Qian Pao, Wu Tang Clan.
Wu Tang Clan, Ho Chi Minh City. I don't know, bro. I can't. They're not Pokemon names. They're just Chinese names.
They sound like wise old sages, huh?
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it.
This is Ting Lao, and this is Wu Tang Clan, and this come on, man.
Wu Tang Clan EX. Remember, kids, Wu Tang Clan ain't nothing to with.
Yep. But okay, that's stonks we had. Before we get you out of here, Finn, there's a game I like to play. Subin hates this game, but I love this game.
Oh, I'll get the soundboard ready. Jesus. Here we
Thanks,
go.
Subin. This game is, hold on a second. I have to bring up Sarah B. This game is called Where They From.
Okay.
What's going to happen is, since there's so many generations of Pokemon, we have 9 generations of Pokemon, correct? Sometimes some Pokemon generations blend together. You know, some Pokemon you think is from one generation when it's from a completely different one. I'm going to ask you 3 Pokemon. You have to tell me what generation they're from, and you have maybe a second and a half to answer.
Oh, I'm gonna do bad at this. All right, I'll try.
Our top record is 2 of our breaker friends, Furrion and Dark Legacy. They had 2 out of 3.
Okay.
And the winner from the season of Where They From will win a. Subin, what do they win?
You win an all paid prize to Gazer's house in Fresno,
There we go. Get to my house
California.
for the Fresno Regionals. Yes.
You get a grand tour of the Gazer Beam 2K mansion of scams.
So this is where I keep all the code cards I didn't give away.
Can I just say the number, or do I have to say the name of the region?
No, you just say the number.
Yeah,
Okay,
You
good.
can say the name or the number.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for Where They From?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. First Pokemon, Noibat.
5.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Subin, you have the sound? There it is. That is incorrect. Noibat is actually from Generation 6.
I knew it was 5 or 6. Yeah.
XY. Noibat. In the anime, Ash had a Noibat. So, fun fact right there.
Oh, okay.
Right. That's nice. That's good to know. Let me bring up another one. Next Pokemon will be. Who's a good one? Oh, okay. Next Pokemon, Dwebble.
Oh, 9?
Subin. I'm sorry. Dwebble is actually from Generation 5. You're thinking of Cloth.
I don't even know if I was thinking of. I don't know what Dwebble is.
Who the hell's Cloth?
The hell's a Cloth? What is that? What's a Dwebble?
Oh, I was thinking of Cloth. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, you're thinking of Cloth.
Yep. Okay. Over 2.
Ben, we'll throw you a softball on this. We'll throw you a softball pitch, okay?
I might not even get the softball, but yep, all right.
This one's really slow. All right, next Pokemon. Shuckle.
Oh man. Shuckle.
Oh, Phinn.
It's 2 or 3. 2? No, it's 3, isn't it? Oh man.
Ruben?
You said 2. 2 is correct.
Oh, I got one. Yeah, let's
He got
go.
one.
All
He is
right.
1 for 3. It's fine. He won a cup this weekend. It's fine. He doesn't need to win this game.
I don't remember what Shuckle looks like either, to be honest with you. Oh, it's the sapsucker guy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell Shuckle either.
Red,
No, Shuckle's
red
the
and
turtle.
white,
He
red and
makes
white
berry
little
juice.
shell with like yellow noodle arms.
He makes
Oh,
the
yeah,
berry
yeah.
juice. He drinks. Yeah, he makes the juice. He gets people drunk.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I think there was one that like let you search for energy in the card game at one point when you put it down. I want to say.
I believe there was. I think you're right.
Yeah. So, you want to give me like a bonus one just for fun?
Yeah, I can give. Yeah. Let's
All
see.
right.
Let's see.
I want to see if I can get another one.
Let's see. I'll pick a medium one.
All right. All right.
Something right in between. Okay. Next one. Badoo.
Oh, 5.
Oh, Steuben. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's 4. Oh, it's 4. No.
I like how
Dang it.
sure you were, Finn. You're like, oh yeah, 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought 5 was Sinnoh for a second. Dang.
Yeah,
All right.
Badoo's Gen 4.
I knew that
wait,
too.
Badoo? I thought
Yes.
you said Badoof.
Oh yeah, I thought you said Bidoof too. What'd you said Badoo?
Even if I said Badoof, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Badoof
He's
is
like,
4.
oh yeah, that is wrong.
They're both from the same
They're
generation,
both from
right?
Gen. So it worked out.
Yeah.
It worked.
I just thought 5 was Sinnoh for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. It is Sinnoh, right? That's 4 Sinnoh?
Sinnoh's 4, yes, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay,
I
you
get
still
real
win a
mixed up.
grand prize of going to Kaiser's house.
Come down for the Fresno region. I'll give you the grand tour.
You said somebody got 2 though. You said somebody got 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I even won that.
I didn't even win a tour to the house. Oh man. It's funny though, Finn. My house is like 5 minutes away from the convention center over here. So like
Oh, sweet.
when regionals start, I could be like, I could wake up like 5 minutes till, like, oh man, I better get over there.
That's awesome, dude.
I'll be there
That's
bright and
gotta be
early though, hanging out. Before we let you plug away and say what you need to say, let me make my plugs real quick. Subin, I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter, but I'm going to be doing giveaways all up into the Fresno regional. If anyone's listening right now, head over to twitter.com/GazerBeam2K. Give me a follow. The next 2 months.
Hang on, you said backslash. It's a
Isn't it backslash?
forward slash.
It's
As we read left to right, the slash is leaning towards the right. Therefore, it indicates a forward position.
It's not. Is it leaning towards it? Oh, it is. Regardless, we'll be right back. but no, follow me on Twitter. I am giving away various items leading up to the Fresno Regionals. This past week, I gave away In-N-Out gift cards. Stupid, have you ever had In-N-Out?
No. Well, it depends
Oh.
on. And wait. What regards of in and out are you referring to?
Wait, what? Can we talk about this on the stream?
No.
What?
Continue.
But no, In-N-Out is, in my opinion, pretty mid. It's right.
Oh.
It's not that great,
Oh.
but a lot of people love In-N-Out. So I'm giving away an In-N-Out gift card. It was won by St. Thomas. Shout out to St. Thomas, one of my locals. He's the one that had the birthday party I went to, where I was the shocked wrestler dude when the Undertaker lost. I cosplayed as that. He had a wrestling themed birthday party, but he won the gift card. It wasn't rigged at all. It wasn't for his birthday present. I swear it wasn't. It just happened. But I think next week I'll do something along the lines of like a gift card to Uber or it's another food eatery. So I don't know. We'll do something. We're gonna do different things. So when these people come to Fresno, they can get the whole Fresno experience. You know, all 12 things we have to do out here.
Taco Bell, In-N-Out,
Yep.
Uber.
We have a zoo.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
They get the whole Fresno experience, all 12 things. Now, I just want to help give people who are coming out, you know, just something. Gift cards to Uber, gift cards for food, whatever I can do to just give them a nice warm welcome to Fresno. So
Thanks
I am
for coming
doing
to
giveaways.
Fresno Regionals. Remember, when you scrub out, think Gazer Beam 2K sent you here.
Exactly. Kaiser, thanks for the food, man. But no, I will be doing giveaways up into the regional. So stay tuned for that if you guys are following me on Twitter. That's my plug. But now we'll turn it over to you, Daniel. Plug away, man. Whatever you need to say, shout outs, anything you want to say, man. The floor is yours.
Yeah, just don't do the gift card for Panera. That I don't think that's working out for guys.
You okay over there, Steven?
I feel fine. I feel fine.
I actually just hate Panera. I think it's the worst food establishment in America. But
Panera's okay.
I had
okay.
a chicken sandwich on a baguette or whatever, and it was pretty good.
No mac and cheese?
And mac and cheese, yeah.
Yeah,
Had a shredded buffalo chicken sandwich and mac and cheese, and I didn't hate it.
But your stomach's not liking it.
No, it does not like it at all.
Oh, you said buffalo?
Yeah,
well, that's I mean, come on, that's gotta do it, right?
I mean, dude, I've done the one chip challenge on stream, the Bulldog 5-time spicy noodles, hot foods, and I have the death nut in the pantry, ready to go. I've got the 2022 one chip challenge stashed and ready to go. So yeah, hot food.
You're good. He's pretty good with hot stuff. He's better than me.
Okay.
Stuff. Yeah.
I did some noodles one time and I died. My lips were burning and I have pretty big lips. So that was a lot of lip to burn. Phinn, man, go ahead and give us your plugs, man. Tell us about yourself, man. Where can we find you? Who are you? Who are your people? What's going on here, man? Tell us everything.
Yeah, so check out cuttertap.com if you want good deck lists, articles, information about how to do well at tournaments and stuff like that. I post my my lists for every tournament that I go to, as long as I know what I'm playing. Last tournament I actually just like switched decks at 12:30 a.m. so I made a little post about that on the site. But normally I have it figured out, so I try to post all my lists before the event. I'm planning on doing that this time for Portland. Think I got it figured out. So if you just want to have my 60 or whatever, that's a good way to do it. But you also have awesome content from everyone else. Especially. Piper is the main writer that I want to shout out because she does amazing work. She has like awesome ideas. But everyone else too. So yeah, check that out. You can follow me on Twitter. I think it's just at Phinn Lynch with a PH and 2 N's. I usually shout out my coaching, but I'm not really trying to do more coaching anymore. So hit up somebody else on Dead Draw if you want some coaching. I'm kind of tired of coaching. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us on such short notice. Sorry you had to deal with Gazer over the weekend.
Man, I was so mad when we got paired up. I was like, dang it. We were at the top table too, and I was mad. I was like, I don't want to play him. He's good. And I was like, okay, maybe I can do well. And then I was like, what's he playing? Lost Box. Oh, okay. With Kyogre. Oh, no, never mind. All right, well, I lose.
Tough to deal with.
Yeah, it's a good play. Oh, quick question though. So, when someone's playing Manaphy, how do you handle that?
Just Sableye it.
Fair. Okay. Fair. All right. Yeah.
I mean, like the thing is, like not everything is playing Sableye, right? So like against like Lugia or Mew, they don't really play Manaphy. So I just don't even have to deal with it. The only decks that really play it are like Guardy. And other Lost Boxes, and I'm just gonna Sableye their Manaphy every time against other Lost Boxes, and against Guardy, I mean, they can keep trying to recover that Manaphy every turn, but they're just giving me a prize every time. I knock it out once, and they're like, recover it. I'm like, knock it out again. You know what I mean? That's fine. I'll just keep taking one prize. So it's not really too big of an issue against anything. Maybe if like Lugia started putting in Manaphy, I might be a little bit scared, but
Okay, fair. Other question I had: when you played Dre in that final match, did his Lost City have you a little worried?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was kind of an issue. It's scary when you only have 2 Sableye because it's like you can never be in a position where you have to like selecting and send Sableye to Lost Zone because that means you only have 1 left. So it's a little scary. I was actually considering playing 3 Sableye. I like Sableye a lot, especially because that like Arcdura deck that won played I think 4 Lost City. So I might end up going to 3 Sableye to help with that, but I don't feel like he was ever really able to capitalize on it too much when we played.
No, I feel like first game he had a moment where he lost on your Zam, which I mean you played 1 Zam, you take a knockout, or you do some big damage, that's fine. But if you had a chance to get it back, it's nice to get back. The fact he lost zone, I was like, okay, that's cool. He got it out. He got it out of play. But it never came to the point where, like, you put Kyogre down too soon, he lost zoned it, or you couldn't get a Sableye back when you needed it. So it didn't play a huge factor. But I don't know. I just seen it as like, if someone plays Velocity at the right time, a Sableye's gone, and let's say you prize one, you could be in some danger, couldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I'll try and peon you for it if I can, but you really only need to attack like 2 times against Mew, 2 or 3 times, because the Kyogre will just clean up the game and take 4 prizes. So, when he let me Zamazenta that Genesect, if you're ever in a position where you can just like Zamazenta a Genesect or a Mew for a knockout, like, you're set. All you have to do is like not throw from there and just, Aqua Storm at some point later to win. You just don't need to have like more copies of your attackers than you have, because you only need to attack like 2, sometimes 3 or 4 times. I would say normally you have to attack like 3 times, but as long as you don't bench that Kyogre too early and let them lost zone it, you're pretty much fine. It's not too much of an issue.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew this deck was good. The Zam version is so good, and I see people run it with Raikou and everything else. And I don't like the Sableye one is decent, but it's not as good as the Zam one, in my opinion. The Zam one is just so good, and the Raikou one and the Dragonite ones, they're solid, but that Zam. But the Kyogre is just just oh my gosh, the Lost Box is BDIF, I think, in my opinion. Suman, I just realized we missed the Q&A segment, but I guess I asked enough questions to make up for it, so we're good, right?
Let me double check and make sure there's nothing too crazy. We have 8 in there, but they're all kind of memes.
Memes. Why don't people take us serious? I mean, I took top 8 at 2 cups.
There's 2 serious questions. We'll do these super fast. This one's from Blake Johnson, aka Pepineth. Obligatory, what about Giratina question.
Oh, okay. I gotta talk about Giratina. Okay, so at EUIC, I played Giratina, and it is my worst tournament performance ever in my history of playing the game. In the last 13 years, I have never done as bad.
Not the history. Worse than Mew?
I did okay with Mew. I think I went like 5-3-1. I didn't do like great, but I did okay with it. Giratina, I went 1-5-1. I've never done that bad before. It's I just think Giratina sucks. It's I think it's one of the worst decks I've ever played to an event. It was good in the past. Like, don't get me wrong. Like when Lost Origin just came out, I think Giratina was great, but now it's just like, why would you play it over a different Lost Box deck? Like, I see no advantage to playing Giratina over like Kyogre Lost Box. It's just directly better. You can't fit in like enough ball cards to make the Giratina consistent as an attacker, and it just gives up 2 prizes. Like, why? I don't know. I don't see the utility in attacking with Giratina when I could just like use Zamazenta and Sableye. There's just not a huge advantage in doing that, in my opinion. And then you just have a worse matchup against other Lost Box decks because you have these like V Pokemon taking up space. I thought it was going to be good going into the format, but after testing it more and doing terrible with it, I just think it sucks.
That Zam is too good. Sue, what are your thoughts on Giratina?
I want to love it, but I'm kind of in the same boat, honestly. Like, if I'm going to play a Lost Box deck with a V-Star, I'm just going to play Goodra.
Yeah. I'd rather play Goodra.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. I even think the builds that play the Dragonite is solid. Quick 250. Hitting yourself sucks. Especially if you're playing the Lost Box Mirror. But quick 250 is okay. Pick up a knockout on something. The Raikou one is okay. I just don't like how fragile Raikou is.
Yeah.
Because like even Dragonite can take a hit from. Let's say you're playing a Mirror. Dragonite can take a hit from a Zam. Dragonite can take a hit from a Raikou. With full bench. Raikou can't take a hit from anything. My Goodra knocks out Raikou. So yeah, Raikou's okay, but I like the Dragonite one a little bit better. And then the best one to me is just Zam and Zam or whatever else you want to put in there. Zam and Sableye is really, in my opinion, all you need. But that Kyogre is nice, though. I can't even lie. So
I do
have
like,
one more question.
I was gonna say I do like playing Forest Seal Stone and like some Vs. Like, I don't have that in my current deck, but like having a V-Star power is really sick. So I can definitely understand why people do that as well.
Yeah, and if I were to do it, it'd be the Dragonite instead of the Raikou, probably.
Yeah.
If you were to do it, it'd probably be like a Suicune, huh? Just for old time's sake. Like, I remember this guy.
Maybe throw an Entei or something like that. Get the other legendary beast in there.
One of our locals played Lost Box when he first built it for this format. He put in Crabominal, and it was spicy for like a week, and then it started failing. But for a week, it was like super spicy.
That's pretty cool.
Because he spread a little damage around like a big VMAX, like a Duraludon or something like that, and just come in Crabominal and just boom. And yeah, it was cool. It was kind of cool.
Yeah. Can mill with it too.
Yeah, and And he said, if you ever, face the mirror like, hey, I can mill. Okay, Avalanche. Here we go. Trigger Avalanche. See ya.
All right. The other question that wasn't a meme is from Rotom TCG. Do you think Urshi or Dura slots better into Lugia at the moment?
I'll say Dura, but Finn, you're the expert. What do you say?
I'm not an expert on Lugia right now. I haven't played a whole lot of Lugia. People that I trust their opinion more than my own on Lugia are saying that Urshi is better, so I'm just gonna trust them because I apparently Urshi hits through Dura.
Yes,
it does.
That's what I've heard. So that seems pretty. I mean, it does more damage. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it probably is better, right? Because like the only real advantage of Dura is that if you're like a Lugia player playing against a Lugia player who doesn't have Dura, you just auto win. But now I feel like everyone plays Dura or Urshi, so you probably just play the Urshi instead, right? Because it just does more damage, and you're not going to take any auto wins through Skyscraper anymore. I don't think.
I say Dura because although that's true, Skyscraper, can get, smacked around by the Urshi itself. I mean, the big tower can get smacked around. Urshi gets bodied by Mew, like completely. Like there's no holding back. He can't do anything about it, right?
That's true. Yeah.
And that's just my thought. Now you're giving up 3 prizes. Yeah, I blew up your Mew, but now your Mew comes in and blows me up, and now what do I do? So I don't know. That's just my thought process. I think Dura's a better in that deck. I feel like if you need a fighting option, you can try to, go max out a Stone Journer, I guess.
Yeah, you can do. I mean, I assume against Mew, you're just like not putting down Urshi. I don't even know if you're putting down Dura against Mew because they have paths anyway, so they can still hit into it.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, I mean, just being able to one-shot your opponent's Dura with your Urshi is pretty good. It seems better to me. I feel like against Mew, you're probably just using one prize Yveltal and Tyranitar. Anyway, like those attackers are so good in the Mew.
I think those lists have to run 2 Tyranitar. I've seen some lists run 2. I've seen some run 1. And the guy I've seen he was local this weekend. He played 1. He was like, man, I wish I had a second one. Like I forget who he was playing, but if he had a second Tyranitar, he would have been in business. But he only had 1. He was just like, well, it's gone. There's nothing I can do now. Like 2 would have like sealed the deal for him. So I think just like how Guardy runs 2 Zacian, I think Lugia needs to run 2 Tyranitar. It's too good not to run.
Yeah, I could see that. I think you can kind of get away with the 1 if you're playing Thornton, though, because you can Thornton like a Lumineon and play into a Tyranitar, so that's kind of cute. Like, that's fine. That doesn't really solve your problem if you just prize Tyranitar. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It's like a little more techy, a little more situational, but gives you more options, I guess, because you can, like, in other matchups, like against Lost Box, for example, if they knock out your Serena, you can Thornton into Serena again, so that's kind of cute. Like, I don't know, the Thornton just gives you more options in general, but it's going to be less consistent.
You gotta worry about Lost City, I guess, but and like you say, it's less consistent. But you gotta worry about Lost City in a way, I guess. I don't know. The Serena's so annoying. I was playing the match I was playing against a Lugia player, and I had the damage, right? Okay, this here, and then okay, Cramorant could hit here, and then Gudra hits here, and then he said Serena, and then he held off 20, and I'm like, oh, that's so annoying. And then I had to, and I went big brain for a second, Steuben. I had to get my other Cramorant out the prizes because I knew I had to attack with Cramorant into his Duraludon eventually. But I had to get it out before he healed off too much damage. So I had to boss up his Lumineon, hit it with Gudra. I knew my Gudra would go down. But I had to hit it with Gudra, take 2, and luckily I got the Cramorant off. I got it out the prizes. And then I went single prize, just, Cram, hit, he retreated. I had the boss, and I went Cram, hit, and I had the game. And I went big brain force. I can do it. I can be smart sometimes. But that's really messed up so much of my math, man. And I was telling my people in the group chat, I said, hey guys, I said, I know Greninja's and everything. I know Greninja's great. I said, but is Serena like good right now? I said, with all the Lost Box running around and just the fact, just 20 every turn, is Serena good? And they're like, it's good in Lugia. They said, but everything else, I don't know. I was like, it's it's got to be good in something else. But I think, like you said earlier, Subin, Greninja's in everything. And like, how can you argue Serena over Greninja? So it makes sense. But I feel like Serena could be good. I don't know. It feels like a good play. No.
I mean, I think it's really good in Lugia, but Greninja is just so powerful.
Yeah.
That card, Greninja is just like a broken card. Like, I don't know, Greninja is the type of card that's like good just in general all the time because you're drawing extra, and that's just like super good. Like anything that lets you draw extra cards every turn in Pokemon is like super strong, right? So especially on a basic Pokemon, that's just so hard to like have something that's better than that effect. And Serena is more just there to help against any Lost Box deck. So instead of like having a tech that's good against one deck, you're choosing to have something that helps with your consistency against
overall.
Every deck.
And you're right. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But I mean, Lost Box isn't just one deck, is it? You have Lost Box Tina, Lost Box with Gudra.
Yeah, that's true.
You have Lost Box with Sablezard. You have Lost Box with the Kyogre, with the just so many different variants. I think it's not just one deck; it's everywhere. But I don't know. Serena just felt good because maybe I was in my feelings because this past weekend that Saturday night, that Saturday morning cup, I played 3 Lost Boxes and my brain was melting. And I was like, I'm sick of this matchup. What do I do? That's why I was like, Klefki, Serena. I'm like, I'm sick of this matchup.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where my Serena thoughts came from. I don't know, but yeah, fair enough.
I like the. Okay,
yeah,
go for it.
No, go ahead, Finn.
I was just gonna say, like, if you're playing the Melanies, and I can't remember from our game, but I just think you need to play Greninja if you're playing the Melanies, right? Because you got to get those waters in your discard pile.
Yeah,
I'm not playing the Melanies in mine. I have a.
Oh, okay.
I have a. What's his face? Raihan, and Raihan is so clutch.
Oh, okay.
Raihan is so clutch. They take out a Cram. That's fine. I Raihan. I do what I need to do. I look at Melanie builds. I want to add in Melanie. I just don't know where I can fit it in because I have so many different other little options and techs. But
right.
Don't tell nobody this, but since I'm like like the Gudra guy now, I'm Gudra Beam 2K now. I'm kind of notable. I'm thinking about trying like a Gudra build with like no Lost Box. Like turn 2, get a Melanie off, and just go from there. That way I don't have those those Cram and those liabilities for Lost Box to pick off my Crams and pick off my Comfeys. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, at that point you're probably just playing. At that point, you're probably just playing Arceus, right?
Argu, yeah.
I mean, it might be good. I don't know.
Argu, who knows? But we did have one more question. I'll answer it.
Yeah.
Z-Man had a question that was serious, and this is for me because I'm Gudra Beam now. Z-Man Cuddles asked, should Gudra play Chaos and Cologne for Miltank?
No.
Z-Man, I'm going to say no. There was a time where Miltank was going to come into play this past week when I was taking second place at a challenge, but I had Cramorant lined up for it. I had 2 Cramorants. He knocked one out, but I had one in my hand just waiting for the Miltank to be promoted, which it never came out. But I feel like Cram handles that no problem. And another sneaky play is, which this is when I hit Dre with, Finn, because Dre plays the Deoxys. And Deoxys has 120 HP. Cram doesn't knock it out. And that's the whole reason he plays it. He said, if I could pick up 2 prizes on my Deoxys before you knock it out, I'm winning. He's doing really well. That's true. I hit him with a little sneaky play. He didn't see it coming. Luminion.
Oh, you aqua return?
Yeah, a little spicy, huh? You see that?
That's pretty cool.
Because he took out something with the Deoxys. He powered it up. He did, dropped all his tablets and took out like a Gudra V. I'm like, dang it. And like Cram doesn't knock you out. So I put Comfey out. I'm looking through my deck, like, what can I do? Oh, Luminion. So I put the Luminion down. He's like, okay, so you're getting something for next turn. He said, because you already supported. I'm like, yeah, next turn. So I got like a boss for next turn, and then I went Energy Recycler. Okay. Mirage Gate. He's like, oh, and then I hit him with the Luminion. I was like, that's nice. So I even feel like Luminion takes out a Miltank too. And Miltank's like, you see Miltank in Sablezard? I think Sablezard plays a Miltank. You see one in any control decks for the most part too, right? That's about it.
Luminion can't hit Miltank though.
Oh, that's fair. That's true. So in that case, like I said, the Cram.
Yeah,
that's true.
You just Cram. Yeah.
Yes, Cram. I was just thinking about that 120, that sweet spot of 120, 110. You're right. Luminion can't touch it. So we just Cram. I don't know if you see my list. I run 2 Crams just because 2 Crams are nice.
I like that. I think that's good.
2 Crams. It's come in handy more often than not. It's been times where I'm like, man, 2 Crams are so nice. So yeah, it's really been helpful. But yeah, I think that's all our Q&A. we went through your whole list of where to find you and what you're a part of. Phinn, any closing thoughts? Anything else you want to say?
Don't do drugs, kids.
Y'all heard it. Don't do drugs. You heard it here. Subin, it's too late for you for that.
Service announcement. Yeah, it's too late for me. I used to smoke a lot of pot.
Well, I just said kids.
Oh, well, yeah.
Kids.
I mean, I was a kid when I started originally, so.
Well, tisk.
You didn't have this PSA from Phinn at the time. If Phinn told you this when you were a kid, you probably would have stopped, right?
If a Pokemon player I looked up to told me never to smoke weed when I was young, then I probably still would have smoked weed.
I look up to that guy. I like that guy. He's a great player. Oh man, but no, this was a good time, man. As you can see, Phinn, I don't even know a few other pods, but this ain't your stepdaddy's pod, man. Okay, this ain't your grandfather's pod. It's not your uncle's pod. Man. It's a little different over here.
I'm kind of serious though when I say that. Like, I struggled with like drinking and doing drugs for a long time, and I've been sober now for like I don't know, coming up on 4 months, and it's really improved my life.
Yo.
So I just kind of want to put that out there and say like if you're having problems with your life and you're abusing stuff like alcohol, drugs, even weed, like just give it a shot. Try cutting back for a little bit and see if your life improves or not.
And that's real. That's real. I have someone close to me right now who's dealing with issues of that nature, and I hope they see the light and get some help soon. So that's real talk right there. And so I feel that.
Yeah, you can go down some dark paths if you really let substances control you. So good on you, man. Good on you. That's awesome.
That's what's up, man.
Thank you. It's been tough, actually. It's been kind of hard.
My dad was an alcoholic, and he beat the shit out of me and my mom. So,
jeez.
I occasionally have a drink, but I don't ever let it get to the point to where like I know that because I have an addictive personality, and I know if I let it happen, I could go down that road, and I don't want to go down that road.
And just not to get preachy, but anything can be an addiction, so be careful. I had a time in my life where I was feeling. Well, see, but I told you some of this where I just, the depression hit in, between what's going on in my life and my wife and myself, and I was feeling, life and that free time with just anything. So a lot of it ended up being Pokemon cards. So I'm obsessing over it. I'm, want to do this and do that and go here and there, and I'm neglecting other things around the house and just things, and just anything become an addiction. So be careful. Things are good. Like you said, a drink here or there, whatever you're doing here or there, but know your limits, know what you can control and what you have power over, and just be careful whatever you're doing. Anything can be addictive, and it can be destructive to your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reach out for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Even if you just listen to us, and you want to talk to somebody, hit up Gazer and I. There's a Discord.
Yeah, I'm always down to talk. Always down to talk. And
Phinn,
if you ever got anything going
on
there,
needs anything,
yes.
I can't bail you out of jail or whatever, but I'll do my best to be there for you.
If you need a spot to stay for the Fresno Regional, let me know. I got you.
Don't say that you have a packed house, bro.
I mean,
I ain't got to book a room at the Hilton. I can stay at the Gazer Inn.
I just go to Gazer. You said we can sleep on the floor.
What was the Chingy song? The Holiday Inn or whatever?
What you doing? Nothing, chilling at the Gazer Inn. But no, real talk. Hit me up if anyone has anything. I mean, I give you guys my Twitter handle. It's a / not a / apparently.
Yes, /
Yeah. Anything you guys want to talk about, hit me up. And reaching out to you, Phinn, if you're ever in town, man, you come back for another cup or even for the regional, let's link up, bro.
Yeah, I'm down, dude.
Man. Yeah, you were. Yeah, I know you didn't know who I was when we first sat down. I know,
But I had heard of you though.
Oh, really? I mean, I am pretty notable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
See, still, but I told you I was pretty notable, man. I told you guys.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, bro. Multiple people have said Gazer Beam this, Gazer Beam that, and I heard your name come up a lot. So people know who you are.
It was funny. The cup I went to the weekend before where I did like terrible. I sat down with someone and I said something. We were talking. Like, yeah, I said, how long you been playing? So I've been playing physically for about a year now. So I was playing online. I said, I started playing, competitively when I started streaming it. I said something about, Gazer Beam. Someone looked over like, oh, you're Gazer Beam. Bro, I seen your meme on Twitter. The one where the Vika vote. You're hilarious. That was hilarious, man. I think about that like at least once a month. I'm like, oh, okay. No, I don't know if you've seen it, Phinn. I can link it to you later.
Yeah,
I was playing Vikavolt heavy for like a month. Like the last month rotation, I was hella bored. I'm like, I'm gonna play Vikavolt just because it's fun. I was having fun with that. And I had one night where like I paralyzed him like a kid, and the kid was raging. He was upset about it, and he couldn't play any items. He was like, "This is stupid. It doesn't make any sense." He was just upset about it. So I made a meme where like when you paralyze in both your best friend, 2 kids, and a new person to go 4-0 at locals. And I said how I sleep at night. I'll show it to you, man. I guess that meme picked up some traction, and that tweet, and the guy like when he heard Gazer, he looked over like, "Oh, that is you. You are Gazer Beam." So I was like, I guess I am pretty notable nowadays. So Steuben, there you go, man. I topped 8 twice. I'm notable. I took 5th and 2nd at a team challenge. I'm a name now, Steuben.
I feel you, dude. I would do that back when Seismitoad was a thing. I was quaking punching my butt off, dude.
Oh,
People
man.
hated me.
That's when I started playing online, PTCGO, and I was just like, this card is fun.
Yeah.
Quaking, this is fun. So yeah, I feel it.
I love to use quaking punch. Yeah.
All right, Steuben, are we done here?
You tell me. I thought we ended 40 minutes ago.
Well, I said, hey, we're done. No need to do the Q&A. You said, no, let's do Q&As after all.
I mean, we had a couple good questions. So
man, forget them viewers and their questions, man. Who cares,
you
bro?
can't.
No.
You can't leave the people who support us hanging, man.
Support, man. Well, where can they support us at? How can they support us then, Steuben?
They can buy our merch on Fourth Wall. We moved everything from Spring to Fourth Wall. It's cheaper. No more promo code. You don't have to because it's actually affordable now.
Bro,
I'm just saying.
You're taking shots at Teespring. Come on, man.
Whatever. They were kind of evil. I'm gonna be. We're not there anymore. Our money's not tied up. It's okay. But yeah, shout out to everybody who's supported in terms of merch and coming up to us at events and recognizing Gazer's memes off of Twitter.
Well, I mean, you had someone sitting from you at Fort Wayne.
Yeah, we talked about that last episode.
Yeah,
so
that was hilarious. They said bad start, huh? Gotta blame Gazer for that one. Blame Gazer.
That was the best. I'll never forget it.
I remember when I played in the team challenge, I beat the guy, and the guy was like, "Hey, GG, good game. Blame Gazer." I was like, "What? Who are you? Why do you know this? Stop it."
It's a movement, man. It's a movement.
It must be. But
listen,
no,
if
man.
you're listening on Spotify, Anchor, Google. Actually, Anchor's not anything anymore. Podcasters by Spotify because we recorded a new ad. I forgot about that. My brain is fried tonight.
It's all that Panera.
It's a Panera. Yeah, I really have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Not even once.
No, yeah. We'll get there. But yeah, leave a review. We can't tell you to leave a 5-star review, but if you do, we love you very much more than people who leave 4-star reviews. Also, I picked up a new sponsorship in the form of cardtrader.com. I'll put the link in the description below. You can get $2 in store credit for signing up. I get $1 for everybody who does it, even if you don't buy anything. So click the link, help a brother out. It ships international, and you can use their warehouse as a PO box for anybody out there who doesn't want to pay for shipping 47 times in comparison to other websites. So that's it for me.
Yeah, I think we're wrapped up here. Phinn, any last words?
Oh, man, I already gave my last words twice. I think I'm good.
Yeah, we are done here. This is the episode of the Gust to Win podcast. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening. With that being said, I'm Gazer. He is Phinn Lynch. This is Steuben as well. And we're out of here, right?
Yep. See you guys.
Later.